Hello and welcome to Baseplate Reviews. So, another August 1st release here, and we've got the Spider-Man set, 76317, Peter Parker's Apartment, 394 pieces, and this one goes for $55 US, 50 euros, 45 British pounds, and 65 Canadian dollars. Now, for 394 pieces, $55 doesn't seem great, but we do get some good minifigs there. So we've got Spider-Man, Mary Jane, Hobgoblin and Anti-Venom. So pretty nice selection. And the reason I picked this one up, twofold. One, I think it's got some good modding and mocking potential, of course. But also, we picked up the Miles Morales versus the Spot set earlier in the year. So this one that intrigued me because it definitely looks like it's got connection points on the roof just there. And we can see at the side just here, and similarly this set has the same, suggesting that they can be linked up together. And also you've got the Spider-Man vs Oscorp $140 US set for about 800 pieces. Now I've seen a few videos of people putting those together. Don't think it looks absolutely great, but I think that, you know, once you start modifying these to make them a bit bigger, they're just a little bit shallow, I think we should have something pretty interesting. So again, very similar set. This one came with 4 minifigs. Instead of a second level, we got the police car instead. One of the minifigures is in there. Obviously, with the set that we've got today, we've got a second level. And if we spin it round to the back, we can see it is similarly shallow in terms of the depth. We do get an alternate face for Spider-Man or Peter Parker just there. And the two villains you're getting really good, Anti-Venom and Hobgoblin. I think they're pretty good ones. But let's get this opened and see what we're working with. So considering this is just 394 pieces, and there don't seem to be any really big pieces in here at all. Maybe the door just there is going to be about the biggest piece, or the panel at the side. It's actually quite a big box. Doesn't feel very weighty, so I'm not massively hopeful. Like I say, definitely very much looking at this with the modding potential that it's got. But let's get it open, see how many bags we've got and how many stickers we've got there. I think we've got a few, to be honest. Okay, so we've ended up with 4 bags, plus we've got some pieces for some webbing just there. They're all separate. In terms of the booklets, we've got 3 separate booklets, so pretty good for building together. So the first one just looks like it's building Spider-Man and the Hobgoblin plus their contraptions. Second one is the ground level plus Mary Jane. And our third booklet does bags 3 and 4 and does that top level plus Anti-Venom just there. In terms of the stickers, actually maybe not quite as bad as I thought. We've got 7 stickers here, 2 really quite large ones. That one on the side, advertising the Daily Bugle, seems a really nice sticker actually. So yeah, hopeful this is going to end up looking semi-decent. Like I say, I think it's going to need a lot of work on it once we're actually finished. Here's what we end up with then at the end of the build process. So obviously the building, Peter Parker's apartment, is the main part. But then we've got 4 minifigs, all pretty decent, along with a couple of them having their own machines. So Hobgoblin's glider just there, and we've got the Spider-Man robot that Mary Jane has a controller for just there. So either Mary Jane's one or Spider-Man's one, however you want to put it. We also get a large spider, a couple of pieces of flame effect for the play feature that we're going to see in a second, and we get a load of webbing pieces that can be used as web shooters or for various bits of webbing, and we'll take a look at those as well. Actually doesn't look bad from here. It really is once you start spinning this to the side. You see just how narrow Peter Parker's apartment is, and it's just not so great from a kind of value perspective. Actually, I think I said before, In Canadian dollars, this is a bit of a better deal than most other currencies at the exchange rates currently. So I've probably done a bit better than most, but yeah, not ideal. Anyway, let's take a look at these minifigs. We have to start off by saying this is a really unique set of minifigs. We've only ever had one other anti-venom in a set earlier this year, one other hobgoblin, that just blows my mind, and we haven't had a Mary Jane since 2014. Obviously lots and lots of Spider-Man minifigs, but other than that, great set of minifigs, and we'll start off with the anti-venom. Like I say, only in one other set this year, so a mech from the start of the year, and this is really on point, really lovely creepy face, and the print on the body, both back and front, is just right. On to Mary Jane Watson then, and this is a really nice minifig. I think it's used parts from other minifigs to build up a unique Mary Jane. We do get an alternate face print. I'm not sure that the angry look is absolutely perfect here. It's perfectly good, it's just not sure it's appropriate, if that makes sense. If we then go on to Spider-Man, of course we have the general issue that we have with Spider-Man minifigs. The printing on the side of the arms is really blurry. The red on the blue just doesn't work for whatever reason. We do get two alternate face prints, so an alternate headpiece, and then we've got the shocked face and the more smiling, more cocky kind of face. Finally, if we go on to Hobgoblin, again, just blows my mind that we haven't had this since 2016. This time he's got the rubberized piece for the cape, and it's just great. The print on the body is excellent. We've got that on the front and the back, so his satchel there, if you remove the cape, you can see the satchel on the back. The face prints, really good. I like the more maniacal look on his face for sure. And once you pair him up with his flaming pumpkin bombs, absolutely perfect. I think this is just a great minifig. The glider itself isn't anything too special, but it's executed perfectly well. I'm glad it was included. It's an intrinsic part of the Hobgoblin character. It's his key piece of kit, of course. The spider bot, though, not quite so sure about this. I don't think it was a necessary inclusion, but apparently it's Mary Jane's spider bot because, of course, we can't deny her agency and she can't just be rescued by Peter Parker, by Spider-Man. She's got to do it herself. Just one of those things, as usual, with Disney Marvel. For the apartment building itself, I actually really like the colours. I like those dark red windows. But that great big sticker, the Daily Bugle advert, is actually on a kind of inset panel, which is slightly odd. I'd thought that would be more flat. Really, the apartment, the big issue with this is just how narrow it is, and we can see this especially with the downstairs. Once you've got the table and the chairs there, there's actually nowhere to put Peter or Mary Jane to actually make any food using the kitchen, which is there, and you actually have to take those table and chairs out, as you can see just here. Upstairs, we've got his kind of bedroom, and this has got a microscope. It's got his computer set up. It's got a bed which could be flipped up, and we can see there that he seems to be developing the Iron Spider suit rather than necessarily Tony Stark giving that to him. It looks like maybe he's doing the designs for it. Yeah, it's actually perfectly nice. It's just a bit narrow, a bit small on the interior. We also wanted to take a quick look at how these two sets connected up. And actually, the booklet shows this set, Peter Parker's Apartment, and how it can connect up with the big Oscorp set. But clearly, this other one, Miles Morales versus the Spot set, can connect up as well. And if we turn these to the side, you should see that both of them, just down at the front, have some connection points to be able to connect up. You can use pins to connect those, but we're just going to put them together beside each other, so we can actually have this just connecting there. It does hide the deli sign at the back just there, so maybe if we put the deli the other side, the deli, the bodega, however you want to put it, it definitely does seem to connect well there. That actually doesn't have the connection points lined up, so if we line those up, what we end up with is the walls are lined together, but we do have a bit of base plate or plate showing on the bodega side that we don't have on the apartment side. And then the other place where this can connect up is actually at the roof side. So if I put that on there, you can see that this connects really pretty well. So now we've got ourselves a 3-story building, but with a front door that's coming straight out at the first or second level, however you want to put it, but we can see that it is exactly the same in terms of the size, the width of it, and doesn't look too bad. I think that both of these sets are ripe for modifying. So we do have that issue with, if we stack this on top of the bodega, we end up with, not a problem for Spider-Man, he can get up there pretty easily, but that front door just opening straight out into nothing. But this is actually kind of solved, well, completely solved, by what looks like a grill or a fire escape on top of the roof just there. And that actually just unclips. You should see that we have a couple of points to connect just there. And then we have these connection points either side of the door. Bang. We now have that as a little Juliet balcony, and problem solved. So yeah, crazy that that's not shown in the booklets, but it definitely does solve our issue, and this now becomes really quite a nice case of building, if still far too narrow. I did mention that the set also comes with these couple of flame pieces, and that is as part of the play feature of the building. So if I spin the building around, we should see that we've got this little connection point, and actually the whole facade on this side of the building, at the top at least, is connected just by one axle piece. So if I push that part, I'll hold on to the rest of the building, this should pop away pretty easily. And you may have seen that flew off. So you're then left with your building burst into flames because of an explosion, presumably because the hobgoblin's come along and thrown some of his pumpkin bombs. But yeah, not bad. I think that kids will get plenty of joy out of it. Also, this doesn't come apart too easily from itself, but also is easy enough to put back together, and you just slide it back into place. There's no connection point other than that cross axle. Yeah, perfectly good, decent play feature for what effectively is a play set. Overall thoughts then, well, at 65 Canadian dollars, not too bad for me, because the exchange rates suggest this should be a bit more expensive in Canadian dollars if it's 55 US. And actually, I don't think this is too bad. We get those unique minifigs we haven't seen for a long time. So 2016 since we saw Hobgoblin, 2014 since we saw MJ, Mary Jane. Haven't seen too many anti-venoms. It was in a mech earlier this year. Obviously you've seen plenty of Spider-Man figures or Spider-Man figures. But the actual apartment, really nice design. And I think especially that you can move that bit off the roof to make it a Juliet balcony and put it on top of the bodega. That's really good. Play features are decent. I do like that webbing piece, the large piece that we've got anti-venom stuck up in there. And then of course we've got the play feature where we can blow the building up. That's not bad. The interior is just too narrow, a bit too small. I'm not sure that the little Spider-Man mech, Spider-Man creature robot thing is too necessary, but those flaming pumpkin pieces for Hobgoblin and his bombs are just great. Yeah, I think that this is actually a lot better than I thought it would be, and I'm really pleased because I've actually managed to today find this for over 25% off, and I'm going to use that to make a mock, make this far wider, and we should end up with something pretty good. Hopefully you've enjoyed the review. If you have, then please do leave a like, consider subscribing, and yeah, leave some comments below if you think there's anything that I need to do to modify this other than just doubling it up. But with that, I'll leave you and say, as always, be good.